I got for you. Here we go.
No, I don't.
Thank you.
Hey, Aruna, look what I got.
Don't touch him. Don't touch anyone.
Who's done this?
You mean what's done this?
The last time I saw anything like this was 25 years ago in the Bronwyn Isles. The whole settlement had been wiped out. They were covered with black boils.
What caused it?
No one's certain. But we believe the source must have come from a rare and deadly element called Yttrium.
And you think it might have made its way here?
Possibly. I don't know of anything that could have done this. It'll be a long time before it's safe to come anywhere near a village around here. For our own safety, we must leave here as fast as we can. Come on.
I need you now, Voss. What's keeping you, man? Voss! Tidying around isn't important, Voss. Not at this moment. Our paperwork is like... What's that? What have you been up to?
I've been working on an antidote for the Yttrium strain, sir.
Without my permission? What is this? Fetch a beaker. 4 in 2 measures. Carefully, man. Now add reagent. Carefully, carefully. Do you know what you've done? Look, man, look!
It could be the Yttrium Element, sir.
Could be. It is the Yttrium Element, you maniac. Intensified 10-fold, 20-fold, with variants. We're here to find an antidote. Something to fight the culture, not strengthen it. You are off all experimental work. No more of this meddling from you. Get out of here. You will confine yourself to paperwork until I can find a replacement for you.
You can't just leave him there to rot, Leon.
But we don't know how it's passed on. If we touch them or breathe the air around them, we could become contaminated ourselves.
Yeah, but if we just leave them and other people pass by and want to bury them? We could leave a black flag at each end of the settlement to warn people off.
Now that's a good idea, Drago.
What we really need to know is what's causing this. I mean, is it really this Yttrium element?
There is one man who can advise. Perhaps help.
Kalem, who is this?
His name is Athelstan.
But he works for Xax.
True, his experiments are funded by Xax, but he is not a Xaxian follower by choice. At the moment, he is in need of a skilled assistant. One of you must become that assistant.
What?
If something isn't done, and quickly, the Kingdom of Kale will be destroyed.
wants to be Athelstan's right-hand man?
Someone who can learn enough in a few days to convince him he has a young scientist in his presence.
Suppose it should be me.
Out of the question. You're the most famous outlaw in Kale. Your face is on posters everywhere.
Yeah, well, I guess that rules you out, too. Everyone's heard of Leon Strong.
So, who does that leave?
Oh, no. I am the third best known outlaw in Kale.
Perhaps as a young woman.
But not as a young man.
Yes.
An unexpected visitor, my Lord Protector. The Magus Zadrim.
Have you lost your mind, Commissioner? Zadrim has been banished to the Torrid Zone.
With respect, my lord, it is the Magus Zadrim.
Zadrim, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Self-interest, what else? We three need to talk, and as your crystal can't reach me in the Torrid Zone...
Mercifully for you.
That is a fact. Or was. Now things are a little different.
What do you want, Zadrim?
What I've always wanted. My fair proportion of the kingdom.
You have the Torrid Zone. Be thankful for that.
That wasteland, fit only for goats and reptiles. Hardly suitable for a grand wizard of Kale.
Second rank.
Until now.
Get out, Zadrim, before you try my patience. You'll get nothing more from us.
What if I could come up with a method of making you change your minds?
What? Say, by invading the kingdom?
If we can't reach a compromise, then certainly. But with something more deadly than an army. Something that even you, Kreel, with all your powers, will find impossible to control or defeat.
Okay. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, nitrogen, oxygen.
Good. Good. First Xantium Element. Come on. Come on. Oh, we have to do this. Now, come on. The first law of
Xantium is that the temperature
must remain constant throughout the whole distance. Come on.
Okay. The first rule of Xantium is that the temperature must remain constant throughout the process of distillation.
Good.
Oh, Leon's much better at this than I am. I'm used to needlewoman and milliners making me clothes.
So you missed all the fun of working.
Oh, what fun?
Being a shepherd, or a horse warden, or a farmer.
Wouldn't you like to be a prince? To have nothing to do but dress in the finest clothes and speak the languages of all the tribes and go riding and hunting and adventuring to your heart's content?
What, and end up marrying someone like you?
I don't need 5 squadrons of warriors with what I have at my disposal.
You've wasted a great deal of our time making unspecified threats. We're not impressed.
Perhaps I should just separate his head from his shoulders right now.
In that event, I've left orders for the kingdom to be destroyed within the week.
You're bluffing.
Am I? I'll guarantee you that within the week you'll be crawling to me with an offer of half the kingdom. By then, it may be too late.
He's bluffing.
Zadrim may be vain and arrogant, but he's no fool. He's absolutely ruthless, and he doesn't bluff.
There it is. There's Athelstan's place.
I don't like the look of it.
Well, don't worry. You don't have to stay there long. Just find out what Athelstan's working on. If you feel like you can trust him, tell him about the dead settlement. Look, if there's any sign of trouble, you get out of there fast, all right? Good luck.
become highly recommended, Aruna.
I hope so, sir.
Yet the Arborians are not famed for their skill in the sciences.
Oh, in the Great Heights, I was taught little else.
Were you there? Were you? Well, I shall have to put you to the test, of course.
Well, I expected nothing less.
Do be seated. Look at the crystal. Now, the first test is to determine the depth of your knowledge and the speed with which you can recall it. I shall ask you to give me 10 precepts of philosophy taken from the earliest times up to the present. When I say 1, you will begin. And Scholar Voss will upturn the glass. If you have not completed your list by the time the glass is emptied, I shall have to give you farewell. You understand?
Yes, of course.
Very well. 1.
And Myrene reacts negatively when in the presence of air.
Well, even Voss would find it hard to match your grasp of the systems of alchemy. So, I wholeheartedly welcome you to the art and mystery of the physician.
Leon, the death of this family, do you think it could have been deliberate?
It was isolated. No chance of a general alarm, and it was effective. All of them stone dead. No tales to tell.
But why?
It may have been a trial run to demonstrate that somebody has the power to kill a whole community silently with no possibility of blame.
Well, it couldn't be Xax and Kreel. They wouldn't do anything silently and secretly.
It may have been a warning to those who seek to disobey them. Xax is unpredictable. Who knows what goes on in his head?
Yeah, you're right. And if Athelstan's involved with them, Aruna could be in a lot of danger.
Yes, we need distilled water to finish this set. Ask Aaron to bring us a measure, would you?
What do you think you're doing? If the master catches you going through his papers without his knowledge, he'll be furious. You go and explain yourself to him now.
I overheard Voss shouting. What were you doing in the study, Aaron?
I was trying to familiarize myself with your experiments, sir.
Well, reading's all right. But if you interfere with my practical experiments, especially without my supervision, at best you could undo months of research. And at worst, you could release cultures that would kill us all.
Yes, I'm sorry, Master. I won't touch anything.
We have trouble, my lord.
Kreel, have you no ear for music?
Trouble that could be serious for the kingdom.
More revolting peasants. Or peasants in revolt.
Something far more sinister than that.
This work Voss was doing.
The Yttrium Element.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to try an experiment. Mix 1 measure of the element with 100 measures of distilled water.
Why?
People who live by rivers likely infected with dangerous germs can often build up a resistance to them because they drink the water regularly.
And the germs are greatly diluted.
Yes, yes. No. Oh, no. This It must be an impossibility. It's against all the principles of science.
What is it, Master?
The germs are multiplied, strengthened. The virus intensifies in water. Oh, do you realize what this means?
What, Master?
If someone was so evil as to put one measure of that element into a river or a lake, well, within hours, it would be strong enough to destroy the whole nation.
An isolated community totally wiped out without a trace. Not a sign of what caused it.
Zadrim, but you just said he was a second-class magician.
Athelstan. Athelstan's an honorable man, my lord. He wouldn't have anything to do with a sorcerer like Zadrim.
You may very well be right, Commissioner, but he has an assistant, Voss, who may not be so particular.
Ride over there immediately, Commissioner, and then report back to me personally.
My lord.
Kalem?
Aruna may be in danger. There's a party of warriors on the way to Athelstan's laboratory.
I'll get her out.
Be careful, Aruna.
Oh, we all need a drink. Something reviving. Voss, be so good as to draw some of that good red wine, would you?
Of course, Master. My pleasure.
Not a word to Voss about our discovery.
You think he's not to be trusted?
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to trust him with the knowledge of how to multiply the virus. Voss is an excellent technician, but he's always had a morbid fascination with the negative power of the sciences. His arrogance and impatience made him quite unsuited for scientific investigation. I can see you don't share those traits of his.
Thank you, Master. So, where did Voss come from?
Well, he came to me from William of Dryburgh, the apothecary, who failed to satisfy his hunger for knowledge. For some time, I believe, he feels that there's nothing more to learn from me either. Voss, I was beginning to think you'd fallen asleep over the wine.
No, I drew the wine very slowly, Master. I did not want to spoil the bouquet. Scholar Era, may your stay with us be a long and happy one.
Oh. I'm sorry, Mr. Voss, but, I got a headache. I think I need some fresh air.
Oh, yes, of course. I think you'll find our little garden most pleasant, Aaron.
You forgot your wine, young sir.
No, I couldn't drink any without being sick.
Oh, nonsense. It'll pull you through.
No, really. Why don't you drink it, though? Seems a shame to waste a good wine.
Tell you the truth, one glass of this is more than enough for me. Well, I can't throw it back into the barrel. It's unusual for Arborians to study the sciences. Tell me, who were you studying with before you came here?
Leah, the learned. No, you'd know, I'm sure.
No. You're very young, aren't you? I'm surprised your family let you travel alone.
I'm here with my kinsman, Master Telfer.
Oh, and what is his occupation?
A merchant, sir. Wealthy and successful.
How fortunate to have such a protector.
Oh, indeed.
See you, Topper.
Morning, sir. I'm here to ask after my cousin, Aaron.
Oh. Master Aaron is well. You better come in.
Thank you.
Cousin, how kind of you to visit me. You're on your way back home?
I promised your mother I'd look in on you, and you know how mothers are.
Well, she's well, I hope.
Well, that's just it. She's not too well at all. She wants to see you. In fact, that's why I'm here, to take you home.
I see. Well, I'll have to speak to Master Athelstan.
Oh, the master will be with you shortly. My name's Voss, and you are?
Telfer, sir, from the Committed Regions. And I'm very interested in the work you do here.
Oh, I had no idea our work was common knowledge.
And it's time it was, Voss.
Master?
Give me some water, will you?
My name is Telfer, sir.
Oh. Oh, forgive me. I'm feeling far from well today.
Your water, sir. Cold, pure, with a little oil of hyssop for your stomach. You need a doctor, Master.
Quickly. I'll go.
Oh, no, let me. I know the area well. Please, take care of him and keep him comfortable until I return.
Well,
This looks like what we saw in the dead family.
yeah. I've got to find Voss. The doctor has to know that the Yttrium Element's here.
If this is what we think it is, Athelstan, how can I help you?
Well, if it is, sir, then nothing can help me. No, stay back.
Aruna! A man came out just now. Which way did he go? On the back of the boat. Oh, no. Well, quick!
What is it? Dead flowers?
Last night, Voss prepared a wine for us all. Now, Athelstan drank his, but I came outside because I had a headache. Voss followed me and tried to persuade me to drink it. When I said no, he threw it away. Over those flowers.
Jogo, stay here. No, wait, there's sleeping gas. Cover your mouth and nose.
It'll destroy us both. And my life's
Athelstan!
Yttrium comes.
We have to get out of here. Leave everything. Aruna, that's enough. You value our lives. Come Jogo? Jogo! What happened?
Did the fumes reach you?
Saw Voss running. I went for him. He was too strong.
Come on.
We have to find him. With that deadly element, he can hold the kingdom to ransom.
I can track him.
Wait a minute. Xax, man, we have to hide.
Carefully, men. Lord Kreel.
Commissioner?
The laboratory is destroyed, Your Excellency. There was a man running away.
Get after him and bring him back to me. Voss has to be him. If you were Voss, what would you do with such a culture?
I would sell it to the highest bidder.
Wait. Sleeping gas. Must be Voss. Look. He's knocked out Esdras and his men.
Well, if he's not working for Xax, who is he working for?
Must be up there in the woods somewhere. We're gonna have to be cunning to get that culture off him.
They're gonna be out till morning. I just don't get it. What does Voss plan to do with the culture? Kill the worlds?
If he's mad, he might try. I don't think he is, though. He's going somewhere with a purpose. But where? I mean, this obviously doesn't have anything to do with Xax. This is a far greater evil. Come on.
Voss,
Make a Zadrim.
you have something I need. Give me the culture.
No! If I give you the culture, you'll just kill me.
I still need you to develop the culture. Join me in the torrid zone. You will be richly rewarded.
Voss, are you there?
Throw the flask to me. Give it to me.
Voss, I need to talk to you.
The flask, Voss!
I will pay you well for what you took from the laboratory. How much are you talking about? 100 Terran of gold?
Who is that?
Powers help us. It's the Mega Zadrim.
I want you with me. At dawn tomorrow, Voss.
He's behind this.
Topher! You're wasting my time! It's 100 Terran of gold, or the game's up!
All right, boss. 100 Terran it is. Now show yourself. I'm coming in alone.
Smart moves, Topher. I'm prepared to use it. Hera!
There.
It's Santeen. It's a harmless chemical accelerator.
What? Must have given the flash to Zadrim.
Well, then let's go after them.
No, wait a minute. Zadrim's a very powerful wizard. We have to be careful. Look, I'll find him and talk to him. As Talfar. Drogo, you go get Leon and meet us at the torrid zone. Gonna need all the help I can get.
Zadrim. He says he has the means to destroy us. If we don't meet his demands, he'll poison the kingdom within 2 days.
Then I shall go into the torrid zone and end his game.
Be careful. He's a sorcerer, not a warrior.
And you think I will lose? For all your stewardship, for all your training, you think I will lose? What does that say of your abilities, Kreel?
The eye cannot penetrate the torrid zone. I cannot protect you there.
You are nothing without Shaitana's eye, Kreel. I, on the other hand, am a man. I am a warrior. I am the Lord Protector of the peoples of Kale, and I intend to save my kingdom. I alone.
Zadrim is expecting me. Zadrim. Your man told me I'd find you.
Evidently. And you are?
Telfa, sir. A merchant from the committed regions. I'm here to meet with the scholar Voss, with a view to doing business with him. And your distinguished self, of course.
Well, I certainly am distinguished. And a little puzzled. I believe the business between Voss and me to be strictly private.
Yes. But he wanted an honest broker to safeguard his interests.
And are you honest, Master Telfa?
Well, I hope so, sir.
So do I. We have an honest broker to join our discussion. A Master Telfa from the committed regions.
If that man's name is Master Telfa, then call me William Tell.
Xax. A regular thieves' kitchen.
Who exactly are you?
The outlaw and assassin, William Tell.
Tell? What are you doing here on the turret zone?
Business with Voss, like I told you.
What do you know of Voss?
That he possesses a key to pure evil.
In what form?
But you paid him, you should know.
And what made you think you might find him here?
Voss murdered Athelstan and fled. I've been on his trail ever since. But he gave me the slip somewhere in this cell.
When Voss arrives, we'll hear the truth.
And if he doesn't?
This man will suffer. Take him away. Secure him.
Once I have concluded my business with Zadrim, I shall return to watch you die.
We turn right here and follow along the cliff edge until we reach the torrid zone.
You all right, Princess?
I can make it.
I must make clear certain issues to you, Zadrim.
Voss is my servant, in my employment. Therefore, anything he discovers is mine. He's not free to sell it to the highest bidder.
In principle, you're right, of course. But not in practice. Voss has left your employment and is on his way to negotiate with me over the sale of certain interesting substances.
Which still belong to me, Zadrim.
Not in fact. I would have thought that you, of all men, would be aware that possession is 9/10 of the law. I have in my possession a culture from the Yttrium Element. Voss is going to help me discover a catalyst with my gold.
What exactly do you intend to do with this element?
Why, nothing. As long as you grant me absolute control over the southern half of the kingdom.
And what if I don't?
Well, then I'll take the Yttrium Element and tip it into the headwaters of the river that flows through the entire kingdom.
Killing everything in Kale.
Oh, yes. What I can't have, I will destroy.
And you think I can't stop you?
I know you can't. And Voss will be here at dawn to demonstrate to you the power of the Yttrium Element. If Voss doesn't arrive before dawn tomorrow, we have quite a long night ahead of us.
Yes, and we may just run out of conversation, Zadrim.
Are you interested in music, Lord Xax?
Music? Yeah.
Just a little invention of mine. I'm good at invention. Distilled music with live performers.
Kreel has no ear for music. You and I, somewhat of a kind, yes?
You're thinking it's time you used your death wand against me.
Well, it would be one way out of this problem I'm having. First of all, I would dispatch you, and then I would dispatch the traitor, Voss.
With all the powers of Lord Kreel, his crystals cannot penetrate the torrid zone. Likewise, your death wand has no power here.
Oh, really?
Yeah! You see? Now I could destroy you, just like that.
Oh, just like that, really. Just like that. Except for one thing, Zadrim. You need my permission in order to control and rule part of my kingdom.
When Voss gets here, he'll be able to demonstrate to you the unbelievable power of the Yttrium Element, and you'll be only too happy to give that permission.
Why is Voss so important to you, Zadrim?
He's the only one that can control the Yttrium. It's a very unstable element.
I'd like to see him demonstrate it. On William Tell. Tomorrow, at dawn. And if Tell dies, maybe then I will take you seriously.
Hey, Alvar. I was starting to think I'd never see you again.
What about us then, Scholar? So what's happened to Will? Where's that music coming from?
He's been up there for hours with the Mega Zadrim.
Anyone else?
I don't know, but no one's come in or out of this since Zadrim took Will inside.
So we wait?
Well, that's the order, Wolf Boy.
And sleep.
I'm going to sleep. Wake me when your renegade arrives.
You'll pay for this one of these days.
No man who investigates death as thoroughly as I have is ever afraid of it. Bear that in
He wants us to send him up a rope. Here, put some rocks in here and watch the noise. Hey, get down.
All right.
Okay, cover me.
No. I'd better throw it.
Aruna, it's time for some cat burglary. Do you think you can go in there and get the flask?
Of course.
All right, and remember, if either of them even look like they're gonna wake up, you get out of there, understood?
Sure.
Well done, Aruna.
Yeah, well, I had a little help from a friend.
All right, everybody, let's go. Come on.
Almost dawn. Voss will be approaching. Why don't you go and see how our other guests slept?
Right, this should do. We're far enough away. Come on, Leon, let's get on with this.
He's escaped!
Flask.
Ah!
I'm not finished yet.
William Tell! Where is Voss?
They've cut us off.
He betrayed the kingdom for your gold. It's over, Zadrim. I have the flask.
We'll kill you all unless you give me the flask!
Take cover.
Fire!
Drogo! Well, if it touches the water, it'll destroy the kingdom. Out of my way, Will.
No, Aruna. You saved my life.
I wasn't trying to save your life, William Tell. I was trying to save my kingdom.
Nevertheless, you can go.
We're even now. The next time we meet, there will be no mercy. It will be you and me. To the death.
You're too fair for your own good, Will.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, we keep searching for the crystal arrow. Agreed?
Agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
You are learning, William Tell.